Good evening, everybody. Big Dog Northeast Colorado Storm Chasers with you tonight. Going to give you a weather briefing, just making sure that my live is looking good here. And I always just want to make sure that things aren't rough and people can't hear me. So I don't like when that happens. So it looks like things are working good for me here. Checking my live stream, making sure all the positives here. Let's see what happens here. Oh, yeah, I can hear myself. So I don't have my mics tonight. I left them at school today. But anyway, I want you to be aware of what's going on for the next 48 hours here in northeastern Colorado as we got another storm system coming through. It was brutally cold this morning, and I mean brutally cold. It was in the negatives. It was -7. When I went out at 11 o'clock this morning, it was -2 still here in Brush at 11 a.m. And then it finally did warm up a little bit, though, later on as the day went on. So let's get diving right into it. I'm going to share my screen with you so you all can see what's going on here. So let's go over to the page and show you our details. Let's start off first with the current. I don't have a clue what just happened. That was weird. Anyway, black screened it. Okay, so hopefully that's not the screen of death you always hear about. Current temperature is 14 degrees outside. With winds are calm currently, but I wouldn't be surprised to see them start picking up for us, and that's going to cause it to be some severe wind chills overnight. So let's look for tomorrow. As you can see, a 20% chance of snow tonight, and overnight going up to 50% chance, and then back down to 20% by tomorrow. And you can see that low temperature around 3 degrees for tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised to see that even a little bit colder. And our next, right on the heels of that, is our next storm system that's coming in Friday night into Saturday. So things are going to be that way for the next couple days, and then it should slow down a little bit, but we'll see. I think there's another storm coming in the horizon there that could be a pretty good storm as well for us, but we'll see. It's still far ways out, so I don't want to call it quite yet until I get looking at it. So we'll see what happens. Let's take a look at that visible satellite for us to see how it looks with this storm coming. And you can see the snowfall, the snow cover here on the ground here. You can see that white glaze. That's what the snowfall looks like on the ground, folks. So that's actually pretty cool. You can see the new storm coming in already. It's coming in out of the north. That's that nice little clipper that's going to be bringing it through and making it pretty darn cold for us here in northeastern Colorado again. So you can see that that's pretty cool. What I like seeing is the lights of Denver. You can see the lights of places like Akron, or excuse me, Fort Morgan, Brush. So you can see Sterling right there. So it's pretty cool to see those lights at nighttime. One thing I do want to show you that's very interesting, and let me just change this to go to the United States here. Let's go to the Southwest here, because I think a lot of people are curious at how this looks. But this is what it looks like right now with those. Let me get that. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to click that. Let me try that again. There we go. Okay, much better. So you can see they were still working on those fires. You can see those smoke plumes right there. There's a little bit of those of that smoke and stuff. I think that could be cloud cover now, but there was some good smoke plumes here on the Malibu fires and stuff in California. So a lot of people have been worried about those conditions there. So we'll see. Hopefully the fire departments get them all put out. Oh, is that them right there? Maybe there. I don't know. Hard to see because of the sunlight going away, so we lost it there. So you could see it definitely on the visible satellite earlier. Let's take a look at the time frame of the storms coming in for tomorrow. As you can see, we go to a precipitation potential of about 11%, about 8% after 11 o'clock tonight. Then we start increasing, going up to 22% after 2 a.m. and then 50% by 5 a.m. And that's when that snowfall is going to kind of work its way through, and then it'll start dropping and getting out of here by 5 o'clock tomorrow. So you can see, but the big concern I have for tomorrow is the winds. So you're going to have a lot of kids driving on these roads and stuff. So just be cautious and remind them to go slow. That's the biggest thing I can stress. Because by by midnight tonight, you can see the winds are starting to kick up. They're gusting up to 18 miles an hour by 2 o'clock in the morning. And folks, that's cold. I mean, you're looking at 6-degree temperature. 6-degree wind chill. I think that's going to be a lot colder than that, because it's already saying it's going to be around 17 degrees, and we're not even there yet. We haven't even made that. We're at 14 now, so I don't think we're going to go up for the temps. I think it's kind of ridiculous on that temperature right there. So I think it's going to be a lot colder. I think it's going to be in the negatives, what it's going to feel like tonight as those brief winds come in, around 18 miles an hour. But look how they pick up. 34, gusting right from 11 until 2 p.m., you're going to see winds gusting that high, and you're going to see wind chills. It says the temperatures are going to be in the higher 20s. I don't know if we're going to make it out of that in the valley here tomorrow, so we could be pretty close, a little bit less than that. If that's the case, you're going to see those wind chills bottom out even to around 0 out here for all of us. Here's our snowfall potential, only about 3 to 4 tenths of an inch at the most for us here in Brush. But I think the further south we go, I'll show you that Palmer Divide potential here. As you can see, they've got winter weather advisories out now for southern Washington County mainly is where it's going to focus on. Not really towards Akron, but I do think southern Washington County, Arapahoe, Adams, and places like that. You can see Deer Trail, Lyman, Castle Rock, and all them folks. They're kind of in, that's that Palmer Divide storm that I was talking about. This is all going to come out of the Palmer Divide area and crank that snowmaker up a little bit here. We'll see a little bit more snowfall totals here. But you can see up in the Wyoming area here by Cheyenne and stuff, they're already under a winter weather advisory. So we'll see what happens. And here's our snowfall potential. As you can see, expected snowfall less than an inch here in our areas. But there's those Washington County areas I was talking about. There's those 3 to 4 spots that are possible. I think Akron could see 1 or 2 inches potentially as well. Excuse me. And Castle Rock definitely going to be in the bigger amounts. South of them, about 6 inches. Let's take a look at the high-end amounts. This is what they're gambling on for the higher amounts. And again, 1 inch is pretty much it. You got Akron at 1, Byers at 3, Lyman right around 2 inches. So we'll see. I think, to be honest with you, I think this is going to be just a real quick snowstorm dropping through 1 to 3 inches at the most out in this area for us. So we'll see what happens as the day goes on. Alrighty, so let me go back here on this guy to show you our forecast, then the hazardous weather outlook, and then I'll also show you the winter weather advisories, okay? So light snow is expected to move late tonight and can make some slick travel conditions in the morning. Folks are going to see it a really slick spots. So just be really cautious. Give yourself extra time as you're driving, okay? So the strong winds are going to produce blowing and drifting snow, guys. Starting tomorrow, so you won't see a lot of new accumulation, but you are going to see some blowing and drifting snow from this storm as it decides to send its way through here and create a little bit of havoc here for northeastern Colorado. Let's take a look at that winter weather advisory that I was talking about here, and this is from 3 a.m. to 5 p.m. tomorrow. Snow and blowing snow expected. Total snow accumulations 1 to 3 inches. Winds gusting as high as 45 miles an hour, folks. That is going to make some terrible commutes for us. Poor visibility, bad road conditions, and it's not really, like I said, it's not going to dump a lot of snow, but it's going to create hazardous travel conditions, and that's blowing and drifting snow. So you might want to check into CDOT to make sure your areas are okay as you are traveling out. And there's that one through the Laramie, Wyoming region as well. They're going to see 50-mile-an-hour winds. 50-mile-an-hour winds. So I feel bad for them folks as well. And they could see up to 3 inches of wind, 3 inches of snow up above 7,500 feet. So let's take a look at those models as we are wandering through most of these. This is the Euro. You can see it doesn't really show too much for us. You can see as it flows through, there's a snowstorm, and there's that Palmer Divide it's talking about. My dog Riley wants me to pet her as usual, and she's a pain in the butt, but she always wants me to pet her around this time. So 2 inches of snow out here in Adams and Arapahoe County. You can see 2.4. By Akron, maybe 1.5. Out here by Brush, maybe 4 tenths. Fort Morgan, you may not get into play tomorrow. You may see very little snow, but you still might. There's that little spot I was talking about. That could be a dry slot here, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of that from the downsloping winds that would cause that to not allow us to get too much moisture here. So there could be a dry spot right here from the snowstorm. That could be in Weld County and northwestern Morgan County. Again, it all just depends where things will set up. So if that decides to go north or south, I think those are going to change things. Riley's batting at me, Teresa, with her paws already. So you can see we moved the graphic out into later on. Riley, not right now, dear. She's like, really, can you scratch me, Dad? She wants me to scratch her belly. So let's go into the 19th of January, 17th, 18th, the 19th of January. You can see a little bit more snow starting to come in again. So I was talking into that one later in the next week or so, but I think that's too close to call right now, so let's not call that one yet until we get to that one. Let's look at the global forecast system. You can see this one here. It's a different model. It doesn't show much at all from this storm. Even the Palmer Divide not getting much of the storm. Again, we'll see about 7/10 of an inch out by Akron. So those numbers are just a little bit off. But when I ran the HER a little bit, it didn't show much either in the 48 hours of snow. So that's the HER dropping its snow as well. So the biggest concern for me tomorrow is going to be the winds. So I just want people to understand the winds are going to be the problems for us for the next 48 hours. So that's the problem area out here. So we'll see what happens. Good evening, Don. Hope you're doing all right. Nice to see you, Denise. And hello, Shelly. Welcome aboard. So if you have any questions, here's your chance to give me a question now. Like I said, most of it's going to stay south of us. Maybe not even really hit the Denver metro area as well, as hard as people think. But I think the biggest thing is the cold, the wind, and the ice that's going to form with this snowstorm. And I shouldn't even really call it a snowstorm. It's a real quick moving storm that's going to go right on through. And it's going to dump that snow very quickly. Probably not a heavy amount at all. I don't even see anything 5-6 inches. I mean, you might be lucky to even to see that one unless you're in the mountains, of course, where they love having the snow right now. So I'll just take a few moments for any questions, unless anybody has any questions for us for tonight. Again, I appreciate all the likes and follows, the hearts, the likes, the thumbs ups. Even if you're mad at me for giving you this forecast and you're like, man, I'm so mad at him for doing that, give me the thumbs down, then I'll take it, because all this helps with our Facebook analytics and people, and you don't realize that we get bonuses for that when Facebook sees that. So every time that you do that, sorry, I have a bit of a runny nose. Every time you do that to help us out, Facebook sees that, and we are getting closer and closer to 12,000 followers here on Big Dog Northeast Colorado Storm Chasers. So we'd love to get that on Facebook. YouTube, we're getting close to 500 followers, which is just as great. You don't see that many followers on YouTube, so we're hoping to get to that 500 spot as well. And you can follow us along at bigdogwx.com to order our apparel. You can join our subscription program, which is 99 cents a month, and we do discounts for our apparel and stuff. We're trying to set up a chat link as well for those. We're still working on that one, having some difficulty setting up the chat on that through the Facebook, but we might either do that, or I think I might have Abe look into what's called Discord. Discord is a free system that we can do for chatting, and that'll be only for the members that have the subscription, of course, for 99 cents a month. So you'll get that additional benefit if you want. That's a direct chat to us, so we'll see how that goes. We're working on getting all those things finalized. I have a sticker in my shoe, and so just like to see people join us. And again, those subscriptions are 99 cents a month, so we appreciate that. If you could do that, you can give us stars, you can donate to us on Venmo, PayPal, all those links to help us out when we get going. So, and we've been doing some live reports quite a bit this week, so I've been out trying to do those live drives to keep everybody going, and that's what keeps our fuel our fuel in our vehicles. I mean, your donations do help, and it makes a difference for us. So please, if you go to bigdogwx.com and you click on donation, you can click that and send us a donation, and that'll help us out as well. So it's kind of like tipping your driver. So we sure appreciate that as well. So any other questions, I'll take those from anyone right now in regards to the upcoming brief, quick storm that's coming through. Thought the Avalanche were going to be on tonight, but they blacked it out, so I can't watch the Avs and the Blackhawks playing tonight. So I'll just stay on for a few more moments here, see if anybody has any questions for their areas. I've got about 50 seconds left to go. I wanted to be off here in 15 minutes. I even told Teresa I want to make it quick tonight. Oh, got to show you my shirt, my Buffalo Bills shirt. Go Bills! Hey, we're going. We're playing the Broncos. Sorry, Broncos fans, but this house bleeds red, white, and blue here, and we are diehard Bills fans. So, we'll make it go. I've been wearing my Bills stuff all week, just for my Broncos fans, so they know what we're doing. So we are really, really into this game this weekend, and hope that our Bills will continue on with their great play and go into the later part of the tournament. So we're excited. So we'll see. Teresa's both, but she's telling me she would cheer for the Bills, though. So she's a little under the weather right now. That's why I'm over here with the camera kind of off to the side. I don't want you guys to see her because she's not feeling good tonight. So All right, that's it. 15 minutes. Take care, everybody. If you have any other things, just don't forget to reach out to us and let us know. And again, don't forget to like and subscribe to us, and we appreciate it. Have a great night. Be careful, and we'll try to get you a live drive tomorrow morning. Stay safe. Take care, and bye now.